Hi Swifties, it's Rachel, and you more than likely know me from either Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, but I thought it would be fun to join Swiftie YouTube. So here we are, and I thought the perfect opening video would be a Swiftie Q&A. So I asked you all on Instagram to ask me questions for this Q&A, and so I will be reading all of the questions off of this iPad. All right, first question. I think it's the perfect question to start this whole video off with. What is the first Taylor Swift song you listened to? Quick answer, Teardrops on My Guitar. I was really little, and in the back of my mom's car, I remember she had like a remote where you can skip a song, replay a song, repeat a song, and of course she gave me control of the remote, which meant that she listened to Teardrops on My Guitar a whole heck of a lot. So it's just core memory. Ooh, this one isn't Taylor related, but it does say, do you like Gilmore Girls? I love Gilmore Girls. I just finished the entire season, like the entire series of Gilmore Girls. I started watching it, I think like a year ago, a year and a half ago, and I finished it probably very early this year, and I watched A Year in the Life, and I just finished that a couple of months ago. I don't think I've ever cried as much. I don't think I've cried that much ever since watching Gilmore Girls. Literally, like after every single episode, I was just tears. Just tears. This one says, what is your all-time favorite Taylor Swift song? I think the best way to put this is Taylor's track 5s, because I love literally all of Taylor's music, and there's not just one song where I'm like, this one is my favorite one. I literally love all of her music, but the track 5s in particular, especially like Delicate, The Archer, My Tears Ricochet, oh my goodness, Tolerate It, You're on Your Own, Kid. I love Taylor's track 5s. I love her track 5s. Ooh, this one says, what are some of your hobbies? Taylor related, well, pretty much all of my hobbies are Taylor related, honestly. Okay, so if you didn't already know, I love to bake. I started baking during, I believe, the folklore era, because I remember my first like Taylor inspired thing that I baked were these like star cookies that were inspired by the folklore star confetti that came with merch. I'll like insert a photo over here so that it makes more sense. And then I made folklore Long Pond studio session cookies. And then I made cupcakes for Taylor's performance of Betty at the ACMs, and like the cupcakes, they were terrible. They were terrible, okay? I remember they were coconut cupcakes. The cupcake recipe did not turn out right, like at all. The cupcakes were super dense, and then in the frosting I included like coconut shavings or whatever in the piping bag, which rule number 1, don't put things that are like chunks in your piping bag, especially if you're trying to like write letters and stuff, because the coconut will get stuck in the piping bag. So like the cupcakes were a complete and utter fail, but I posted them anyway, and Taylor liked my tweet of the cupcakes. Like, and I vividly remember I was literally sitting on this exact same couch, and I was on Twitter, and I went to my notifications and I refreshed, and then it said Taylor Swift and I think it was like 10 others liked your tweet, and I was like, there's no way. Like I first saw it and I was like, okay, it's one of the, like, it's a fake account, it can't be Taylor, until I clicked on it and I was like, Taylor Swift? Ooh, favorite Taylor Swift bridge. Death by a Thousand Cuts. 100%. I could scream that bridge forever and ever and ever. But I also love The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. That is another absolutely fantastic bridge. Oh, but I also love the Cruel Summer bridge. It's another one that I really like to scream. I'll probably think of another bridge here in a second that I absolutely adore. What? Okay. What is your favorite Eras Tour surprise song mashup? I think, okay, Taylor literally just did this mashup like the other day, where it was the Mega Bridge mashup with Death by a Thousand Cuts and Hits Different. That was an incredibly enjoyable mashup. But literally all of Taylor's mashups are my favorite because she is just so creative. I would have never thought of half the mashups that she does. And she's like, let me mash up like the manuscript in red. I'm like, I never would have even like for a split second thought that was even a possibility. And Taylor always makes it work. I love it. Ooh, what is your favorite Taylor Swift album? Okay, 3. There are 3. The first one is, of course, the Tortured Poets Department. I absolutely adore the Tortured Poets Department. Then we have Midnights, of course. I absolutely adore Midnights as well. And then we have Miss Folklore, because Folklore was there for me when I needed it most. So, I just love Taylor's albums. Favorite Eras Tour outfit? The purple cupcake Speak Now dress. Because Taylor wore it for Kansas City Night 1 when I was there, and that is just a phenomenal outfit. I love it. Fave collab. Okay, I know it's a very new one. Us featuring Taylor Swift. That's on Gracie's album, The Secret of Us. Oh my God, when I heard that song, I immediately got to work. I memorized that bridge. I memorized that chorus. I am obsessed. First off, with Gracie's album, The Secret of Us is absolutely fantastic. And second off, Us featuring Taylor Swift. And she just performed Us with Gracie last night. I could not believe it. People were like, Gracie's in the tent, Gracie's in the tent. And I was like, okay, Gracie, stay in the tent. And then someone went, Gracie left the tent. Gracie left the tent and went backstage. That's when I knew I was losing. Us featuring Gracie right then and there. And then Taylor went on the stage and started singing Us without Gracie, and I was like, girl, what are you doing? Gracie was just there, why aren't you singing it with her? Then Taylor paused and brought Gracie out on stage. Tears were shed. What's your favorite Eras Tour performance? Well, it was The Archer, but never mind. I really love the TTPD set. I think that I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is it's just perfect. I love the theatrics. I love how Taylor is like lifted off the ground for The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived into I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Everything about it is just, it's poetry in motion. I love I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Too funny. What's your favorite track from the Tortured Poets Department? All of them. Like, there's literally not just one song where I'm like, that one's my favorite. I love all 31 tracks from the Tortured Poets Department. It's true. Ooh, what's your favorite Taylor Swift merch? I love collecting Taylor's merch. I have like a whole cardigan collection I can see over here. I really love collecting Taylor's signed items. I have like all of her signed CDs from like Lover up to the Tortured Poets Department, but I do have signed vinyl inserts. The Midnights, I think this is the Moonstone Blue Midnights vinyl, that's what this one's from. And then I have the Tortured Poets Department vinyl insert that looks like this. I'm even gonna bring it close up so you guys can see the heart. Like, look at that. Imagine the look on my face when I opened up the vinyl to see a heart like that. I was not okay. Favorite red carpet album? The most recent Grammy look. The Tortured Poets Department, when Taylor announced the Tortured Poets Department. Just the long black gloves, the dress that hinted at the Fortnite music video. That woman is so unhinged. Like, whenever I first watched the Fortnite music video and I saw her wearing that same dress, Taylor Swift, this is why we don't trust you. Because you're always hiding something. You've always got a secret up your sleeve. But I love you. What do you think is going to happen at the last Eras Tour show? I will cry. I can guarantee that. Okay, this one's actually a cool question. Okay, how do you describe yourself as a Swiftie? I describe myself as the baking Swiftie. By any means, I'm not the most talented baking Swiftie, but people really have coined me as the baking Swiftie because I bake a lot. I bake a lot. I may not be the most talented baking Swiftie, but I sure as heck bake a lot. When did you decide to make a Taylor Swift account? I made my account a week after I attended the rep tour. I had been following like a ton of Swiftie creators, but I never decided to like join the fandom until after the rep tour, and then I was like, this is what I want to do. And what's kind of, when I started my account, I used to do themes. So like, even if you scrolled all the way to the bottom of my Instagram feed to like the very first post that I made, it's not actually the first post that I made. I would post like 6 posts in a row and then decide, oh, I want to change my theme, and delete all of my posts. I don't know where my brain was at then, but yeah, it was trying to figure out like a balance. I didn't really start posting reels. I remember I posted my very first reel when Taylor announced Red Taylor's version. So it's been like 2 years since I started the reels aspect of my social media. Once I created my Instagram, then I immediately created a Tumblr account. And Tumblr, God, just a very nostalgic platform to be on. Which era describes you? Oh God. See, I think I've asked Swifties this question before, and I get a lot of like aesthetic-wise, like 1989 lover folklore-ish. Even like the Torture Poets department too. I get that too. But I think if that depends on like which album do I relate to the most, I really, oh God. The Torture Poets department. I feel like that's the most relevant to my life right now. It's perfect. How many times have you been to the Eras Tour? So far, I have gone to the Eras Tour 5 times. I went to Arlington night 1, 2, and 3, then Kansas City nights 1 and 2, and I'm also going to 3 Toronto dates in November, which are Toronto's night 4, night 5, and night 6. I'm incredibly excited for Toronto. I have my outfits planned, but I'm not gonna tell you guys because I like to keep a secret, but like, I'm sending you all like telepathy, telling you all what my outfits are. I'm so excited. But I promise you, no more purple. I'm sorry, I don't know why I wore so much purple, and I didn't realize until afterwards that I wore so much purple. What other tours have you been to? I went to the rep tour. I went to the rep tour, crazy enough, in Kansas City again. I was surprised with the tickets the day before. That, oh my God, seriously, like the best night of my life. And well, I say that, but now I've had so many other best nights of my life, but definitely it's in the list of the best nights of my life. But I really loved how the rep tour stage had like the stage with like the 2 little like sides off of it. You know what I'm talking about. And then the B stages too, those were really cool. Oh, this one says, how did you start Letters for Taylor? If you didn't already know, I started a project called Letters for Taylor on my TikTok, I think. No, it started on Twitter. It started on Twitter, where it was probably like a year ago. I'm serious, it's been like a year, where I just tweeted out like, hey, I wanted to do like this little project for Taylor, where I kind of collect letters from Swifties like across the globe and put them into one book. And I thought like maybe if I got lucky, 50 Swifties would join. Little did I know, first off, I'm still getting letters to this day, but I have over 1,000 letters for Taylor. Seriously, I never expected that many people to be interested in the project. It's just, oh, I'm so excited, like genuinely excited to give the book to Mama Swift on Toronto Night 4. So excited. Every day that I get a new letter and I add a new letter to the book, I just like, I feel so lucky to be able to like get this many Swifties involved in a project like this. And so many Swifties all across the globe. I've received letters from literally so many different countries and states and cities, and it's just been so cool. It has genuinely been so freaking cool, and I can't wait to show you all like what the book looks like on the outside, because I've already told you all I'm not going to show you the pages on the inside, so that everyone has like creative freedom to say whatever they want in their letter for Taylor, like personal stories. But I can't wait to show you all, like, especially how thick the book is going to be, because 1,000 letters at this point, and I'm not even done collecting letters. I won't be done until the end of October. That's a lot of letters. Your favorite Taylor Swift song to scream in the car, to cry to, and to dance. Okay, scream in the car. Cruel Summer. I love to scream Cruel Summer in the car. That's a good one. To cry to. So Long London. I listened to So Long London, even just like the first little intro part of it, tears. Full on tears streaming down my face. I love So Long London. And my favorite song to dance to, I love to dance to Karma, because I love recreating Taylor's dance that she does during Karma on the Eras Tour. It's a good dancing song. But I also love to scream to that song too. This one says, if you could change anything about the set list, the Eras Tour set list, what would you change? Taylor, why on earth did you take the Archer from the set list? I understand you need to make room for the Torture Poets department. That one stung. Ouch. Favorite track 5? No. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I love Taylor's track 5s. We have Cold As You, White Horse, Dear John, All Too Well, the 5-minute version, not the 10-minute version. All You Had to Do Was Stay, Delicate, The Archer, My Tears Ricochet, Tolerate It, You're On Your Own, Kid, So Long London. I love each and every one of them. Taylor's track 5s, chef's kiss. If you could get one lyric from the Torture Poets department as a tattoo, which one would it be? I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an R. Dream surprise song mashup. Now I would have to be in the room for it, but if she did like a track 5 mashup of any kind, I would never recover. Oh God, this one's gonna make me cry. When you meet Taylor, what do you want to say to her, and how would you pose for your picture? I'll first answer the pose because I've been dreaming about this since forever. I would do a big hug. I think that would just perfectly capture exactly how I feel about Taylor. Just one big hug. I would thank her for, God, everything, for being my inspiration every single day, for bringing me so much happiness and joy, for being there for me in times when I needed it most. I just keep going on and on and on. I hope Taylor has at least, all too well, 10 minutes to spare when I talk to her. I'm serious. What social did you first get noticed by Taylor or Taylor Nation? All right, so my first Taylor notice was like a photo of me. I remember it was like a chain post on Tumblr where we all used the caption, "Help me hold on to you." And since that was the very first post that I was included in, that lyric means a whole heck of a lot to me. And my first Taylor Nation notice was when they followed me on Instagram. So that is your sign that they literally see everything. I didn't have a Twitter before then. I literally had nothing else but my Instagram and my Tumblr. And my first notice from Taylor Nation, they followed me. Never give up, my friends. Okay, top 3 performances on Eras Tour, the first version and the most current version. Okay, for the first version, The Archer, Tolerate It, and Long Live. All 3 are no longer there anymore. And my favorite 3 from now are, oh goodness, the entire Torture Poets department set. I just love it. Well, Swifties, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna do the YouTuber thing and say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll have all of my other socials linked down below, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm excited. I'm excited doing like new things, starting out a YouTube channel. So